here we are at the last step. I use Google spreadsheets because I'm not really sure of any other way to convert a CSV into a TSV, a tab separated spreadsheet, in the easiest and most reliable form. So now that I have my CSV in alignment with my template in the right order and all of my topic category IDs put in so that everybody is shaking hands and getting to know each other and everything is predictable and going into the database in the proper format, I come here and I say, well, let me import a file. So I'm searching for my CSV and I say replace this current blank spreadsheet that I've created, separator type, detect automatically, and convert numbers, dates, formulas. I usually choose no. I don't want them to mess with anything that I've already created. So now I have the same spreadsheet that we've been working with. Okay, I've got my name, my description, the version ID is 0, there's no path, archived is empty, length is 0, from to, we've got our lat long, we've got our project ID, our location category ID that relates to our topic category for our projects. Link is blank, and then here's all the new location attributes that I've created. You go File, Download as TSV, Tab Separated Values. Okay? You download that and you save it. And then you come back to your projects, import project, and upload your tab delimited text file. You upload it here and you are done. Now, if you ever encounter a problem after you've done this, you need to contact Crystal at communityremarks.com so I can delete that, take a look at what you've got going on. Maybe there's an issue. The number one thing that I would say before you turn your spreadsheet into and you download it into a TSV is just look for a parentheses. Sometimes a parentheses that was copy and pasted from Word will mess things up. When that happens, it will, and don't worry about this question mark, doctor's salary with the question mark, it's okay. That can be fixed later, or it's just a HTML conversion issue. Don't worry about it. It's still going to go in. If there's a parentheses or a weird character that's going to throw it off, it's going to skip that on import, and you'll see it when you start to look at the project list. You'll say, hey, there are 2 projects missing between crime prevention and art for disabled adults. And you'll say, oh, those 4 projects, somewhere in there was some kind of weird character that it didn't like to import. And then you can just select those, make a separate CSV, import those into Google Spreadsheets. Make sure it doesn't have any special characters there. Download it as a TSV and re-import it. This is why I try not to like dump this burden on my customers, but this is where the value in my services. I get this done relatively quickly and I can identify where there's issues. But recently, a lot of my customers want to take things into their own hands and they want to do this themselves, which is great. I mean, 10 years ago, it was a feat to get my urban planning customers to realize that Google Maps and its Google Maps API that had just opened up and what I had to offer was of value. Now I have people all over the country copying me, trying to do all this stuff, but I've been here from the beginning, and this is kind of the value that I bring to the table is I can help you get this done in like 2 hours versus 8 hours of your time. What's more important, your time or just paying me for 2 or 3 hours of my time and me knowing how all this works? So that's the end, my folks. And that's the end of this tutorial. And your stuff should go into the database relatively seamlessly. Now, if it doesn't, if it skips a couple of projects, which the first thing you'll do, you'll see a whole bunch of spew on the screen of everything that it's reading in. And then once you've gotten it into the system, you can go back to view all projects. You'll start to see, okay, did all these projects go in? If it's got an ID and everything's blank, you'll see where in the spreadsheet before and after that it skipped. Maybe there were some special characters. That's the number one thing. There were special characters or something weird that was copy pasted out of Word. It threw the import template, the import engine off. Wasn't sure, and so I've designed it and programmed it to just skip those and keep importing. And you'll just figure it out when you see that it'll tell you, hey, I've imported 305 entries. But you have to come back to this page and look and make sure if something's blank and this is blank, you'll see, okay, before Carpenter Road and before East Main Street, or after Carpenter Road, before East Main Street, this one didn't go in. You can go back and you can single those out and look for special characters. It might be a weird parentheses, a weird quotation mark, a weird something or another, and you can fix it in the spreadsheet and just delete whatever that character might be, re-import it, and it'll go into the system fine. Then once it's in there, edit that project and just add that parentheses or whatever from your keyboard rather than a copy paste from Word. I really hope this tutorial helps you out and gets you going and you have success. Of course, I'm always here if you need me. I know everyone wants to do it on their own. They want to feel like they don't need Crystal, but sometimes I bring a little bit more value to the table than is realized. It's kind of a long process, but once you get the hang of it, you'll have this down and you'll be jiving in no time. Thank you.